Public domain slashers have been all over the place lately. For every clear idea, there's usually a movie that completely wastes it. But every now and then one of them actually delivers. And somehow, Screamboat, a slasher about a killer Steamboat Willie, kinda rocks.
What the fuck are you?
It was like a demonic rodent with shorts and a hat. Maybe it wants some cheese.
I said we toss his ass overboard.
Our world is fucked. But Willie's world? It's the happiest place on earth.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So yeah, Screamboat just hit VOD, and if you're anything like me, you've probably been burned by this public domain horror trend before. Movies like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, or The Mean One always sound like a good time on paper, but the execution usually just screams cash grab. They're cheap, lifeless, and don't lean into the insanity of their own concepts. But this time I was pleasantly surprised. Screamboat, directed by Steven LaMorte and starring Kailey Hyman, Posey, and David Howard Thornton, actually gets it. It takes a goofy idea, Steamboat Willie is a silent slasher, and runs with it in all the right ways. It's gory, it's funny, and it's self-aware without feeling like it's constantly winking at the camera. Before we dive into the plot, real quick, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to support the channel even more, I've got a Patreon where you can join for just $1 a month to help keep these videos coming. Or for $5 a month, you can actually request a movie for me to review. Links in the description if you want to check that out. The movie follows a group of young people who end up trapped on a creepy old steamboat. Sounds like your typical horror setup, right? But what they don't know is that something or someone is lurking on board. That someone? A twisted, cartoonish killer dressed like the 1928 version of Mickey Mouse, complete with the high-waisted pants, the gloves, and the whistle. And yes, this version of Steamboat Willie, aside from a few little goofy sounds here and there, is fully silent, which makes him even more unsettling and often hilarious. Let's start with the big win here. David Howard Thornton absolutely kills it, literally and figuratively, as Steamboat Willie. You probably know him as Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies, and you can see hints of that performance here. But what's cool is how different this character still feels. Willie is expressive in a cartoonish way, full of exaggerated dances, bouncy movements, and these goofy little noises that had me cracking up. That blend of slapstick and menace totally works, and it gives a slasher villain a distinct personality without him ever saying a word. The rest of the cast? Totally solid. Kailey Hyman and Posey know what kind of movie they're in, and they don't oversell it. Everyone's in on the joke, but they don't play it like a spoof. It strikes that perfect balance between camp and sincerity. And let's talk gore. This thing's got a satisfying amount of it, with some creative kills that really use the boat setting well. We're not quite at Terrifier levels of brutality, but we're close. And honestly, that makes sense given some of the same creative talent is working behind the scenes here. And on top of all that, it's pretty funny. A lot of the humor just comes from watching this rubber-faced silent cartoon monster go absolutely feral. There's an almost Looney Tunes level of absurdity to some of the kills, and it works beautifully. If I have one real complaint, it's in the third act. The lighting gets really dark and murky at times, to the point where it's hard to tell what's actually happening. And the camera work gets a bit too shaky and full of jump cuts for my taste. It's weird because the earlier parts of the movie are shot clearly and cleanly, so I'm not sure why things got messy later on. If you're planning to watch it, I recommend doing so in a pitch dark room to make sure you don't miss anything. But honestly, that's my only real gripe. Screamboat surprised me in the best way. It embraces its bizarre premise, gives us a fantastic new slasher villain, and delivers gore and laughs in equal measure. If more of these public domain horror flicks had this much effort behind them, I'd be a lot more excited for the next batch. As it stands, Screamboat is easily one of the better ones, maybe even the best of the bunch so far, and I'm going to be giving it a strong 3.5 out of 5. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming reviews. And if you want to support the channel even further, check out my Patreon. It's just $1 a month to help out, and for $5 a month you can request a movie for me to cover. Whether it's another wild public domain slasher or something totally different, I'm always up for it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.